Conflict between the United States and China. China is America's biggest nightmare. Why China is America's most serious threat? Most of the reports focus on the military comparison between the two countries, especially nuclear weapons. Or they compare the final economic figures. Although this is an important question, one should focus on the gap between them, not the numbers themselves, that is whether China is closing in on the United States or step back. All the evidence on the ground indicates that China is closing the gap and gradually moving towards the world number one position at the expense of the United States. It may not happen in a short time, but it will surely happen in the near future. Certainly, research centers in America are noticing this, which is clearly reflected in the reactions of politicians. But the reaction of politicians inadvertently shows the weakness of the United States' ability to defeat China. China's announcement of a new aircraft carrier signals China's growing ability to independently manufacture strategic weapons, which worries the United States more than the carrier itself. When China started building its own space station, it broke US sanctions to join the International Space Station. China do overtake the US and the world in many fields. China is leading the world in 5G networks. China-made electric cars are gradually taking the market share worldwide. China is spreading in Asia, Africa, and other parts of the world. US seeks help from others to stand up to Chinese ambitions. The UK, US and Australia have announced a security pact in the Asia-Pacific called AUKUS, in what's seen as an effort to counter China. The world's richest democracies, the G7, have announced a $600 billion global infrastructure initiative to counter China's drive to exert political and commercial influence through massive investments in emerging economies. In 2018, the United States began placing tariffs and other trade barriers on China with the aim of forcing it to make changes to what the United States describes as unfair trade practices and intellectual property theft. The United States still has a monopoly on a number of high-tech industries and dominates the global financial market, and the dollar remains the most powerful currency in the world. It is the most important weapon the United States has. However, its influence is likely to fade with the growing discontent in the world with the policy of financial and economic sanctions that it imposes on its adversaries, which risks making it lose this hegemony if these countries manage to develop an independent finance system and achieve breakthroughs in high-tech industries. It would be a significant reduction in the influence of the United States in the world. This could happen within 2 decades if development continues at this rate. To be followed. From Here and There.